What's going on, guys? It's Taz. I had an interesting thought actually. Since we're not at the setup in Dubai, I've left Dubai for the next 3 weeks. Out here to see some family. I thought to myself, I'm like, since we can't really record anything too crazy, how about I literally just film one-on-one videos, give it a bit of advice, and I guess giving you guys my inputs and my insights on how I'm able to make the money that I make at this age, right? At a pretty young age, because most guys do have limiting beliefs, and I think it's essential to break those limiting beliefs before you listen to anyone else's advice on business or how to start something or how to close any clients, whatever it may be, right? Literally, you need to break those beliefs before you do anything else. So today I want to talk about how you just literally have to stick to one thing, as in you cannot divert your mind into multiple different things. I have never in my life seen anyone who has done something, started a business in our context, since we're talking about money, an agency, day trading. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but day trading, e-commerce, anything, done it over a period of time, genuine, like qualitative period of time, maybe like 6 months, a year, right? Like, let's just take that as a minimum example, and not made progress. It is just never, you are never going to see that, genuinely. They will have, like, it's essentially inevitable. If you can find someone who's done something for a year or 2 years and not made the slightest bit of progress, I will give you $1 million. Like, it's something that it's so implicit. You just know someone is good at what they do after they tell you that, yeah, I've been doing it for a year. Like, I've been doing it for 6 months. That's the truth behind it. And what I see a lot of the time is people will try something, right? They'll start something, start a business, start an agency, perhaps run it for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And they go into it. They don't see a lot of progress early on, maybe within the first 90 days. And they'll stop, right? They'll give themselves internally enough of a good reason, a good excuse to stop. Therefore, they do not feel the guilt that they know they would have felt otherwise. So it's almost like justifying to yourself why you don't need this, if that makes sense. But just doing it, kind of like sugarcoating it, putting it in a soft manner, if you will. And it sucks. Like, it genuinely sucks, because I've just seen this over and over and over again. And what you need to understand is that you need to stick to one thing. Like, ultimately, if you want to achieve success, sorry, why did I say it like that? If you want to achieve success, it comes from really just doubling down on what you know you want to do, if that makes sense. As in, if it's day trading, be it day trading. If it's an agency, keep running your agency, whatever it may be. And you will see that everything will start to work in your way for that one specific thing. For example, you cold call for an agent, like, then you run a business, an agency, marketing agency, that's what I do. And you're cold calling, all right? Cold calling businesses. If over a period of 100 days, you make 50 calls a day, 50 calls, right? Picked up or not picked up, whatever it may be, just 50 calls. Do the math on that. That's 5,000 calls, okay? Out of 5,000 calls, you will have business owners that pick up, be it, I don't know, 50%, or like even, 30%. What is that? 1,500, all right? 1,500 picked up phone calls. 1,500 real conversations, and you do not think that you're gonna get some sort of result out of 1,500 conversations. You must be stupid to believe that you're not. You are. It's implicit, as in it's inevitable. Sorry. But people just cannot comprehend that. They have limiting beliefs. They think that before they get into that 1,500, something is gonna come up, or they're gonna run into an issue after they make the 1,500 calls, or whatever it may be, and it sucks because it kills their progress and it kills them from wanting to even start in the first place. So you have to kill that thing in your mind. Next thing, I digress. I want to come into something a little bit different. And this is something that I actually faced and I kind of experienced in the past few months as well. It's the period of time where you kind of get a little bit comfortable. How about that? Let's put it that way, okay? What once may have seemed, pretty crazy to you, or been a big goal of yours, for example, like making $10,000 a month when you're making nothing, becomes your norm once you achieve it and you're able to sustain it for like a month or two, okay? You make 10K a month for 2 months, and I was like, all right, well 10K a month, now it's just normal, and plus it's my bare minimum. Like, I wouldn't settle for anything less than this every single month. And what tends to happen is that you hit let's just call it a sweet spot. It's like sweet pain. It's like 15K a month, 20K a month, where, you know, your costs are covered, right? Your monthly expenses are all covered, so you have nothing to realistically be working for. You don't have anything crazy. You don't have a fire underneath your butt. That's keeping you going, right? Like, you just don't have any need. And at that point, it's just like, it's your why that keeps you going on, but you do not have any, like, you don't necessarily have a strong need to keep on making more money, if that makes sense, right? And I had to turn around to myself and really admit to myself that I was just being a big pussy, bro. Genuinely. That's the truth behind it. I needed to understand what my why was, even if it wasn't for myself. I understand that there are people in need. I understand that it's not just me. I need to be a bit more selfless. I need to see other people's situations and will make more for them, perhaps, right? Besides from the other things that I have to sustain for my own lifestyle. That's what kept me pushing. That's how you make the 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $100,000 a month, because at some point you will get comfortable, right? Even if you had crazy aspirations to achieve crazy dreams and, you know, buy this SVJ or buy that car, whatever it may be, at some point you will be comfortable. And it's not just because you're making enough, like we just discussed in these past 30 seconds, but it's also because you're going to give yourself a good enough reason to not have to go through that hassle and go through that pain of having to scale up beyond what you have already achieved, because that too takes effort. It takes a bit of sacrifice. It takes a little bit of pain. It takes you taking a few more sales calls. It takes you having to deal with a bit more rejection, right? But it's something that it's necessary. You have to go through it if you really want to level up. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to settle for where you are. And trust me, that is like killing yourself internally. It sucks. Nonetheless, that's episode number 1 concluded. Let's go, guys. Run it up. I will see you guys in tomorrow's episode.